A farmer found unfamiliar eggs in his chicken coop. He thought it was a simple mix-up. But when they hatched, what came out stunned everyone. Tom Brennan found them at dawn. 5 silver eggs gleaming in his chicken coop. None of his hens would go near them. The eggs were unlike anything he had ever seen. They were perfectly round, metallic, cold to the touch, heavy as stones. They reflected light like polished mirrors. His wife Martha gasped when she saw them. "Tom, what are those things?" Her voice trembled with fear. "I found them this morning," Tom replied. "Right in the middle of the straw." Martha backed away from the kitchen table. They looked diseased. They could be dangerous. Tom watched his wife's face change. Martha had seen everything during their 30 years together. Sick animals, strange weather, crop failures. But nothing had ever scared her like this. "Where did they come from?" Martha whispered. "Chickens don't lay eggs like these." Tom shook his head slowly. "I have no idea. They were just there when I opened the coop." Martha wrapped her arms around herself. "What if someone put them there? What if this is some kind of trick? Who would do such a thing?" Tom asked. "And why?" The eggs sat there. Silent. Mysterious. Waiting. Tom could not stop staring at them. Something about them felt important. Like they held a secret. Before we continue, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. You won't believe how this story ends. Martha paced around the kitchen. Her footsteps echoed on the wooden floor. "We should call someone. A scientist. A veterinarian. Anyone." "And tell them what?" Tom asked. "That we found strange eggs in our chicken coop?" "Yes. Exactly that." Martha's voice rose with panic. "This is not normal, Tom." Tom picked up one egg again. The weight felt comfortable in his hands now. Like it belonged there. Maybe normal is not always right. Martha stared at her husband. "What do you mean by that?" Tom could not explain the feeling. But something deep inside told him these eggs were meant for him. Meant to be protected. Word spread quickly through their small Montana town. Neighbors came to see the strange discovery. Most of them were horrified. Mrs. Henderson arrived first. She lived closest to the Brennan farm. Her reaction was immediate and strong. "Those things are evil," she declared. "I can feel it from here." Tom frowned. "They are just eggs, Mrs. Henderson." "Just eggs?" Her voice cracked with disbelief. "Have you ever seen eggs like these before?" Tom had to admit he had not. Mrs. Henderson pointed a shaking finger at the kitchen table. "Mark my words, Tom Brennan. No good will come from keeping those cursed things." "Destroy them immediately," urged Mrs. Henderson from next door. "Those things are not natural. They could carry disease," added Farmer Bill Watson. "You are putting everyone at risk." Even the local veterinarian Dr. Miller was concerned. "I have never seen anything like this. My advice is to dispose of them safely." But Tom refused. He felt a strange pull toward the mysterious eggs. Like they were meant for him to protect. "Something is alive inside these," he told Martha that night. "I can feel it." Martha shook her head. "Tom, you are scaring me. What if they hatch something terrible?" Days passed. The eggs remained unchanged. Cold. Silent. Mysterious. Tom checked on them every morning. Every evening. They never moved. Never cracked. Never showed signs of life. Then everything changed. On the 5th day, Tom's neighbor Jake Morrison came running across the field. His face was white with terror.
Tom! Tom! You need to see this right now.
Jake had found identical silver eggs in his own chicken coop. 7 of them. His hens had abandoned the coop entirely. Jake's hands shook as he led Tom to his property.
They appeared overnight. Just like yours. This proves it.
Jake said breathlessly.
Whatever is happening, it is spreading. I called the animal control.
Jake said breathlessly.
They are coming to destroy them today.
Tom grabbed Jake's arm. What if they are innocent? What if they need our help? But Jake had made up his mind. Fear had won over curiosity. Within hours, men in hazmat suits arrived. They sealed Jake's entire coop. They sprayed everything with chemicals. They took all the eggs away. Tom watched in horror as the mysterious objects disappeared into sterile containers. The men worked efficiently. Without emotion. Like they were disposing of garbage. Jake's coop stood empty now. Disinfected. Lifeless. Even his chickens refused to go back inside. Look at my birds, Jake said sadly. They are traumatized. They know something terrible happened here. Tom looked at Jake's chickens huddled in the corner of the yard. Their eyes held the same fear he had seen in his own birds. You see? Jake told Tom afterward. Those things were dangerous. You should do the same. But Tom still hesitated. Something felt wrong about destroying them. That night, Martha pleaded with him. Please, Tom. I cannot sleep knowing those things are out there. Just give me 1 more week, Tom begged. If nothing happens, I will get rid of them. 3 more days passed. Nothing changed. But then Tom noticed something strange. The eggs were getting warmer. Just slightly. But definitely warmer than before. He told Dr. Miller about the temperature change. The vet shook his head grimly. That could mean infection is spreading, Dr. Miller warned. Or worse. You need to destroy them now. Tom's hands shook as he held the eggs. They were definitely warm now. Like something was generating heat inside. More neighbors heard about the temperature change. They gathered outside Tom's farm. Demanding action.
We have children to protect,
shouted one mother.
These things could be spreading poison into the air. The whole town could get sick,
yelled another man.
You are being selfish.
Tom felt the pressure mounting. But he could not bring himself to destroy the eggs. Week 2 brought more disturbing developments. The eggs were noticeably heavier now. Much heavier than before. Tom weighed them on his kitchen scale. Each egg had gained nearly half a pound. Something is definitely growing inside, he whispered to Martha. Something big. Martha's fear was growing too. Tom, what if these things are not meant for this world? Week 3 brought even stranger changes. The eggs began making sounds at night. Soft scratching noises. Like something trying to get out. Or get in. They are getting ready, Tom whispered to himself. Whatever is inside is getting ready. Dr. Miller visited less frequently now. Other townspeople avoided Tom completely. Children crossed the street when they saw him. You have become the town outcast, Martha told him sadly. All because of those cursed things. But the sounds were getting stronger. More urgent. More desperate. Tom spent hours in the basement. Listening. Waiting. Wondering what was growing inside. Tom called his granddaughter Emma at university. His last hope for understanding. Emma had always been special to Tom. Curious like him. Brave like him. A biology student with an open mind. "Emma, I need your help," he said desperately. "Something is happening with these eggs." Emma drove through the night to reach the farm. She found Tom in the basement, staring at 5 strange-looking eggs. "Grandpa, what have you gotten yourself into?" she whispered. "I do not know," Tom admitted. "But I cannot abandon them now." Emma examined the eggs carefully. The biology student in her was fascinated. And terrified. "These are unlike anything in my textbooks," she said. "These eggs are extraordinary," she finally said. "But I do not know what they are either." Tom felt both disappointed and relieved. At least Emma did not think he was crazy. 3 more days passed. Nothing changed. Then Tom heard it. A soft tapping sound coming from the coop. He rushed outside. His heart was pounding. His hands were shaking. One of the silver eggs had a tiny crack. Then another. Then all 5 began to crack at once. Tom watched in amazement as tiny creatures pushed their way out. They were not chicks. They were reptiles. Small lizards with brilliant green scales. "They are just lizards," Tom laughed with relief. "After all this worry, they are beautiful little lizards." Tom called his granddaughter again. "Grandpa, take pictures right now," Emma said excitedly. "Send them to me immediately." Emma posted the photos online within minutes. The response was instant and overwhelming. Comments flooded in from around the world. Scientists. Reptile experts. Wildlife enthusiasts. Dr. Mavel from the National Wildlife Institute was the first to identify them. "These are Komodo monitor lizards. Extremely rare in North America." More experts chimed in. "These babies are worth thousands of dollars each. They belong in proper care facilities." A private collector from California offered Tom $50,000. Cash. For all 5 lizards. Tom was stunned. He had never seen that much money in his life. But then something unexpected happened. Emma called him back. "Grandpa, I found something incredible," she said. "These lizards are not just rare. They are critically endangered." "You are holding the future of an entire species," Emma explained. "These babies could save their kind from extinction." The private collector called again. He raised his offer to $75,000. "Think about it," he told Tom. "You could pay off your farm. Retire comfortably. These lizards will be well cared for." Tom was tempted. The money would solve all his problems. But Emma had a different idea. "What if we contact the Denver Zoo? They have a breeding program for endangered species." The Denver Zoo answered immediately. They offered to provide expert care for the babies. Tom agreed without hesitation. These rare creatures deserve the best possible life. Within days, the monitors were safely transported to professional facilities. Climate-controlled habitats. Expert veterinary care. Tom visited them regularly. Watched them grow strong and healthy in their new home. The townspeople who had called him crazy now called him a hero. The media praised his patience and dedication. Tom's 1 month of worry and isolation had saved 5 irreplaceable lives. Today, those baby monitors are healthy adults. Their offspring will help preserve their species. All because one farmer chose patience over fear. Protection over destruction. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is simply wait and trust that good will come from your faith. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me keep sharing more amazing stories with you.